Angelique.
Yes, Edward.
Would you come into the drawing room? I want to have a word with you. I received a rather surprising telephone call earlier this evening from Evan Hanley. He did his best to clear you of suspicion, but I must be frank with you and tell you that he did not succeed.
What do you mean?
The fact that Evan knew you before you met Barnabas certainly has nothing to do with your innocence. I believe that you've known all along what Barnabas is.
No, that isn't true.
Well, and I believe you know where he is now.
No, I don't. And I don't want to know.
If you had nothing to fear, then why did you run away?
I was terribly confused. I knew that everyone would suspect me of helping Barnabas. Didn't know what else to do.
Then you did know about him?
No. Only after we became engaged, not before.
And you remained silent while he was victimizing this community?
The victim of a vampire has no choice.
Victim?
I wanted to expose him, but he robbed me of my free will. Just as with Charity Trask. We were both his helpless slaves. It was the most shameful, degrading thing that's ever happened to me.
I will not be taken in by this show of emotion.
Edward, you may banish me from Collinwood if you wish, but before you do, I insist that you know the truth. When I met Barnabas for the first time, I was impressed by him, as impressed as you were. He was all charm, kindness. When I was with him, I felt warm, safe, secure. When I finally realized the truth, it was too late. I found myself trapped.
Trapped?
Barnabas invited me to the old house one evening. When I arrived, the house was dark, but the door was open. So I went inside and I called to him. He answered me from inside the drawing room. When I turned to greet him, when I saw him, it was not the Barnabas that I had come to know and love. I saw instead a horrible, evil-looking creature. I was terrified, too frightened to move. And then he slowly put his arms around me. And in a moment, I felt his teeth sink into my neck. And I fainted. And when I woke, Barnabas told me that I was to become his bride. And I had to agree. I had no power to resist him. I had to agree.
You poor child. I had no idea it was that way.
Shortly after Barnabas was exposed as being a vampire, the marks of my neck disappeared quite suddenly one day. And I was free again.
That's exactly what happened to Charity.
Edward, I don't know what I'm going to do or where I'll go. But I'm ready to leave Collinwood whenever you want me to.
No, my dear, there's no necessity for that, under the circumstances. You may remain here until you make your future plans. Oh, excuse me.
I'm here to see Mr. Edward Collins.
Oh, do come in. I'm Edward Collins.
Then this is the moment I've long anticipated with pleasure. My name is Victor Fenn-Gibbons. I bring you greetings from our mutual friend in England, the Earl of Hampshire.
The Earl of Hampshire?
Yes. He asked me to give you this. I suspect it will tell you whatever you may wish to know about me.
Well, it tells me that he thinks very highly of you. I'm honored to meet you, Mr. Fengibbons. Are you in America on business?
Pleasure. You see, I've led a very active life. Strenuous. Dangerous occasionally. I intend to put all that behind me.
Well, you are welcome to stay here at Collinwood for the duration of your visit.
You are most gracious, Mr. Collins, but I should hate to impose.
Oh, not at all. The Earl of Hampshire is a good, dear friend of mine. I would not offend him by not having you stay anywhere but at Collinwood. We will welcome your presence as an honored guest and a mutual friend of the Earl's. Oh, Angelique, I would like you to meet Mr. Victor Van Gibbons from England, Angelique Duval.
Angelique Duval. Are you French, my dear?
I was born in this country, but my ancestors are from Martinique.
I've been in most of the French colonies, from the Aloïtes to the Wallis and Futana Islands. And may I say that I never found one of them to be as exquisite as I find you.
Thank you very much. Now, if you excuse me, I'll be on my way. I promised to take something to a friend in town. Edward, thank you so much for being so kind, so understanding.
We will speak later, Angelique.
Good night.
Charming girl.
Yes, very. Let's go into the drawing room and have some brandy and discuss our mutual friends.
Thank you. By the way, there's something I should explain. My voice. I can barely speak above a whisper. I served with Kitchener in the Sudan. The knife of a tribesman caught me just above the shoulder blade. The tip pierced my throat. Almost gave me up for dead.
Good heavens.
Splendid man, Kitchener. Integrity, pride. A bit too much pride, perhaps, but still a man among men, if you know what I mean.
Good, you got it.
Yes, the hand is in this box. Soon now, Quentin, very soon, your troubles will be over.
Quentin, what is she talking about? What hand?
I'll show you, Beth.
No, Quentin, don't open the box. You came in contact with the hand once before, and look what happened to you. Oh, let me handle it this time.
Handle what?
Well, Quentin can explain it all to you in time, Beth, but now you must leave.
Leave?
Yes, go back to Collinwood. What's to be done must be done between Quentin and me.
Quentin, I can't leave you
Beth,
here.
you said you'd do anything to help me, didn't you?
Of course, but I...
Well, the only way you can help me now is by going back to Collinwood and waiting for me there. Please, Beth.
All right. I'll wait for you there.
There'll be no difficulty. I have a carriage waiting for me at the gate.
Splendid.
Thank you again for your hospitality to me.
I look forward to your return. I'll have the servants prepare your room.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Thank you.
Why don't you start? We don't have much time.
Well, you've waited this long, you can wait a little longer. Besides, we haven't settled on our price.
A price? For what?
I told you that if I found the hand and used it to help you, there'd be a price.
Well, what is it?
I want you to marry me, Quentin.
Marry you? You want me to marry you?
Yes,
Well, you know what I am. Why would you want to marry me?
I have my reasons.
What are they?
It isn't necessary that you know what they are. That's my price. Agree, and I'll help you. Disagree, and you can fend for yourself.
But I don't want to stay like this. I accept.
Good.
Now let's get started.